Hello, I'm a bit tired today. I was out a bit late last night. So rather than make something impressive from a cookbook, I'm just going to make a sort of default, reliable, lazy thing instead. A lot of this is just like stuff from the cupboard and things I found in the bottom of the fridge and stuff. And I'm just going to stir them all together in a pan and try and make a nice chilli, 5-bean chilli. So here are the 5 beans that I could find in Tesco. Butter beans, kidney beans, cannellini beans, don't really know what they are, black beans, and chickpeas, which aren't really a bean, honorary bean. I've also got some tinned tomatoes and some tomato puree, some ground cumin and coriander, some smoked paprika. These are some vegetable stock cubes, a couple of red onions, some garlic, some chilies. These were just like leftover from other stuff, some fresh coriander, and some limes. And there's not even really a recipe here. I guess I'm just going to chop these up and put them in a pan, but I'll just record that, I suppose. Onions. Alright, that's all done. That's 2 red onions, an undisclosed quantity of garlic, and then I've chopped up the chilies as well. So I'm going to stick some oil in the pan and heat it up. I'm going to put the onions and garlic in the oil. These will just cook for a couple of minutes on a low heat, just until they soften up and go a bit brown. While that's happening, I'm going to start opening these tins. I had a friend at school who always told me that you should never leave a tin sort of like that in the bin, because a fox will put its nose in and then get his nose cut off. So I think it must be very important to remove this in order to protect the nose of a fox. That's part of the recipe. I am draining all of these, by the way. Fox! Fox! Oh no! Fox! Oh jeez. Okay, it's fine, it's fine. No one will know about this. It's worth it for the fox. The nose of the fox. In the meantime, this is looking pretty good, so I'm going to put the chilies in. It's very important to properly wash your hands after handling chilies, because if you touch a fox's nose with your hand, then it can cause a burn. I forgot to chop the coriander before, so I'm doing that now. You're probably supposed to take the stalks off, but I can't be bothered. I'm going to put all the beans in now. And the peas. Just going to mix this all together. I'm going to add some spices at this point. I don't really know how much, but just some cumin. Some coriander. I'm going to do a few teaspoons of smoked paprika, I think. I'm going to put in 1 stock cube for now, and then I can always add another one later. This feels like a good time to add some tomato puree. As you can tell, this isn't a very rigorous recipe, but this is kind of starting to look like what I want, which is just a sort of nice, rich, nice smelling load of beans. I'm just going to let this cook for a couple of minutes so that the beans can absorb those spices. Now I'm going to put the tomatoes in. I'm going to leave this 1 can like this, just to give the fox a little bit of jeopardy, just so it can remember it's alive. By the way, this is normally the point at which I would add some cocoa powder, but I couldn't find any in the cupboard, so I guess I won't do that. But you can add like a tablespoon or 2 at this point, and it really helps the flavour. I'm going to add some lime juice. I just tasted this and it does need a bit of salt, so I'm going to add that. I'm just going to let it simmer for a few minutes now. And that's pretty much the end now, so I'll turn the heat off and mix in this coriander. And there you go, a basically edible, lazy Friday night meal.